Okay, so to really drive this home regarding being able to draw the forms of the face and the skull, cranium, jawbone, nose, cheekbone, we have to do this over and over again. Repetition is key here. You become familiar with the shapes and the designs of everything when you become super familiar with it until it becomes second nature. So we're going to dive into sketching the skull from a bunch of different angles pretty loosely, more of kind of like an exploration. Anyway, let's go to Photoshop. New file. Let's go 16 by 19 at 300 dpi. All right, I'm going to make a new layer. And here's how I'm going to simplify it for the sketches. Circle, and once you have that egg shape, you can kind of just at the bottom halfway here, but just right here, where you have this much space on the bottom part of the cranium, that's where we're going to draw a line all the way across that way. That's going to represent where the cheekbone is. Right above that is where the eyes are going to go. So we're going to just draw a line like this, and knowing that that's where the cheekbone is, we can pretty easily just nail in where the eye socket is. So it's going to be a little circle here. I'm also going to include just a little C curve right there to represent the space between the cheekbone and the actual cranium. And from there, we're going to do just a very basic kind of right angle. Not really a right angle, it's kind of curved, that's fine. And then a straight line all the way down. And from there, we're going to draw the little nasal cavity, and then a triangle like this with a line to kind of indicate the mouth coming forward, and then a shape for the chin. And it's going to look something like that. So let's go ahead and do that over here. So as we said, we have an egg shape, similar to that. And not halfway, and not all the way here, but just at the bottom, maybe fifth. Let's see. Yeah, it's either a fifth or a sixth way down. I'm just going to draw a line all the way across. I'll go ahead and make a straight line all the way down here. That's fine. But now we can say that we have this kind of C curve shape right there, and that's going to tell us exactly where that eye is going to be. Because you can kind of see the relationship. It's like a big C and a small c. They kind of create a reverse parentheses. And these are the subtle shapes that I really want you to look for when you're studying these things, so that you can find the relationships between different things, of course, from different angles. Okay, and if you notice, about halfway is where the jaw is going to be. Right, so if we take this entire egg, about halfway, that's where the jaw is going to start. And we're going to do a nice right angle, very easy, quick shape. And then I'm actually going to simplify all of this because you have the cheekbone there, and it hollows out, as we've mentioned here. Notice how it hollows out, kind of creates a nice empty cavity area. So we're just going to simplify that in a shape like this. And then we can also, right above this C curve, just introduce that brow ridge. So just a little bump there. From here, everything else will fall into place. We have the nasal cavity, kind of like that cheese wedge shape that we talked about before. It kind of goes in at an angle like that. And then we're going to have a triangle here, and then the chin there. But I'm going to do it not as obviously. A little bit like this, and then the chin. And I'm just going to put a line here to kind of represent where the teeth will go. I might have made the nose too big, or the nasal cavity too big. Weird. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do over and over again to really drive home our understanding of the proportion and the relationships between all the main forms of the head, of the skull.